Now, we're all used to the use of virtual reality in computer games, but now that is being transferred into the world of construction. And who better to talk to about it than Janet from Coventry University, who've been using virtual reality for about 10 years now, Janet?
It's been 10 years, yes, whenever we first started. We've improved it a lot since then, of course, but the whole premise behind it is exactly the same. We start off with giving everybody an experience virtually, and then they learn from it. So it's nice and safe, it's safe to learn, it's safe health and safety wise, there's no consequences on your decisions, and the whole point is that you learn something new.
So you've actually brought it into the world of construction, over the last sort of 3 years, probably?
Absolutely. So the technology we now have has improved the visualization. It's dynamic. We can change what we see. Students can make decisions, and as they go on site, they can see the changes they have made and the impact that will have. So we're able to immerse them in an environment. We use site offices, we use PPE. They feel as if they're at work, they go to work, and the decisions and the actions they take would be the same as at work. But the difference is that we give them a bit of time to think about and reflect and put together a plan of how they would do that better next time when they're really at work.
Great, so they get the real experience, they get the real crisis when it happens. Let's go over to the sort of hub, the technical hub over here, where I know everything happens. So obviously then on the screen, we've got a section of a site. So somebody dresses up as the site manager, they're ready to rumble. What goes on here?
So this is the bit that the student doesn't see. This is where we are behind the scenes with James looking at the technology. So this is the site view. Over there is you as the site manager, but here we can change the whole site, so you can have logistics issues coming in place. We can change the weather, because we all know on site different decisions, different aspects of weather cause us to do different bits of planning, changing the project, that type of thing.
So James, I'm just seeing there that you went to the rainy, thundery Birmingham weather.
Yeah, whenever we run the courses, we try and look at what the weather is actually doing outside. Say, as Janet's explained, we want people to feel like they're on site. So if it's raining outside, it's going to be raining in the sim centre.
Of course, and then that impacts your decisions on site and what might happen.
Absolutely, absolutely. So whenever you're really on site, if you've got a hard frost, if it's too wet, then there's certain bits that you cannot do, and you have to be able to be agile to change those things around so that you're still productive on site.
Yes, and what a great opportunity for people to be able to experience a potential crisis and work out how to solve it, how best to change the situation in the safety of your simulator before they actually get onto the site. So, James, can you show me some of the other sort of things you can introduce into the system here? Sort of maybe a fire or, I don't know, a truck tipping its load?
Yeah, of course. So this is the XVR simulation platform that we use. They're our partner company that help us deliver our simulations. So if we walk over here in the site, on the roundabout, we have an incident occurring where a road sweeper is on fire. So in my view at the moment, I can see the fire. I've built that in as a planned event, and I can trigger that. If the student looked at the moment, they would see nothing. But simply by planning this disaster, because it's based on one that really did happen, we simply can stop the traffic and cause this road sweeper to catch fire. And then if the student went and had a look at it on screen now, they would see that. We'd look at the actions they take, and as we went through the simulation, within 5 minutes, the police and fire would start to arrive and tackle and deal with this incident.
Fantastic. So, Janet, I mean, obviously we mentioned students a lot there, but it's actually used within industry as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's absolutely key for us. So the really important thing for me and how this really works with industry is as they come, they bring with them their real life issues, and sometimes it's the issue of the day, and we can change the simulation to suit that very morning before we start. So they bring what's important in the industry, what's happening now. I can bring that into my students so that they are getting up to date. This is what's happening in industry, and that's key for them, so when they go to work, they're ready. But also, because we're a university, we've got those approaches on how to teach, how people learn, and particularly these guys, we're construction workers, we're very practical people, so this is real win for them. So the students then bring the way of learning, we bring that into industry, and together we've got that virtuous circle of doing what's important for the industry, for our students, but bringing in the best ways to learn. So nobody wastes time, they always remember what they did in the sim centre, and they go away with a real buzz because they've learned something new, they've seen what they can do, and they've tried it out, so that gives them the real confidence to go back on site, back into the office and do something new, changing those behaviours.
Brilliant. Well, it sounds great. I think all that's left for me to do is put my hard hat, my high-vis vest on and give it a go. Yeah? All right. See you later.